to a new study by U.S. public interest research groups, since 1995, more than 19 billion tax dollars subsidized four common food additives: corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup, cornstarch, and soy oils. At just over $7 a taxpayer a year, that would buy each taxpayer 20 Twinkies a year. But taxpayers spent just under $700 million subsidizing apples, the only fresh fruit that gets significant federal support. At a cost of 26 cents per taxpayer per year, that would buy less than half of one Red Delicious apple.
This is a problem! Obesity in America has been rapidly increasing for the past few years due to many factors. The main one being the excessive government subsidies set on corn and other unhealthy substances.
But how does this cause obesity? Because the subsidies make it more affordable for the consumer. Let's take a look.
Some of the pros of the government subsidy set on corn are the increased employment rate of farmers, as well as the increasing of the GDP of America due to the increased consumer and government spending.
On the other hand, there are cons to the government subsidies, such as health issues like obesity and diabetes, and higher taxation of the citizens for these subsidies.
Now you may be wondering, what exactly is a subsidy? Well, let's head over to Maddy to tell us more about it.
A subsidy is money given by the government. In this case, money was given to farmers from the government to produce corn.
So we went to the grocery store to check it out. Corn syrup is in this.
And this.
And this.
Corn syrup is surrounding us.
Now let's go to Ethan.
Walking the streets of Newtown.
Do you know what corn syrup is?
No.
Do you know if there's corn syrup in all of your drinks?
My drinks at Starbucks?
In everything. Can you tell me any benefits to corn syrup?
No.
Do you know what corn syrup is?
No.
Do you know that there's corn syrup in everything that you drink?
No.
Yeah, you know that? Can you tell me any benefits to corn syrup?
No. I don't know.
Didn't think so. Excuse me, can I ask you a few questions?
Sure.
Okay, do you know what corn syrup is?
No.
Did you know that there's corn syrup in basically everything you eat and drink?
No.
Can you tell me any benefits to corn syrup?
No.
Okay, didn't think so. Thank you. As we suspected, the general public knows nothing about corn syrup. Thank you.
Thank you, Ethan. That was very informative.
As you can see by Ethan's interview, our society is unaware of the negative effects put on our community due to the subsidies put on corn.
These subsidies lower the price of many products available to consumers, therefore increasing consumer spending as well as government spending, which leads to a growth of the GDP of America.
Corn plays a major role in America's health issues. The cheap prices attract the customer, causing obesity, leading to America's large medical bill of $150 billion. One way to eliminate obesity is by watching your diet.
Corn syrup is one of the main ingredients that causes these health issues.
Here are some snacks that include corn syrup on the left and healthy alternatives on the right.
Some of these foods you thought were healthy options contain high fructose corn syrup.
People who want to maintain a healthy lifestyle may choose granola bars, but the reality is if they contain chocolate, it might not be the best option because it could cause obesity.
Your child's favorite breakfast food might be their worst nightmare.
The healthy amount of sugar a woman should consume per day is 25 grams and 37.5 grams for the male. Jelly Bellies contain 28 grams per serving, which is 3 more grams than a woman should take in one day.
Whoa, that's crazy!
Here are some healthy choices such as almonds, apple sauce, and fruits.
A fun, easy snack to make is celery with peanut butter. Two companies who have changed for the better are Heinz Ketchup and Yoplait Yogurt for getting rid of high fructose corn syrup in their two main products.
So check the labels. Now over to Ethan at the newsstand.
Thanks, Maddy and Cara. So the big question here is, why do we use high fructose corn syrup? Well, let's look at the economics behind it. The cost of unhealthy foods has fallen significantly in the past 3 decades because the demand for them is so high, and the price for healthy foods has increased in the last 3 decades because the demand is so low. So now more people are buying unhealthy foods than healthy foods. Secondly, a system of sugar tariffs and sugar quotas imposed in 1977 in the U.S. significantly increased the cost of imported sugar. Because of this, the companies began to seek cheaper sources, and this is where the high fructose corn syrup began to come into play, and it's where we began to use more high fructose corn syrup in more goods. These companies also began to use high fructose corn syrup because it is cheaper to produce, which then makes the price of the product less, so more people want to buy it. If these companies stopped using high fructose corn syrup, their formularity costs would increase 50 to 85%, which would cause them to raise the price of the product, which would not make the consumer very happy. Lastly, consumers saved $3.8 billion by using high fructose corn syrup. And also, high fructose corn syrup is used because it is easier to transport, handle, and mix than granulated sucrose. Back to you, Maddy and Cara.
Maybe, instead of all that high fructose corn syrup, you should try this.
Now for the weather.
Thank you and good night.